racing, but I want to talk about this bike here. This here is a Redline Proline. All right, so this bike is actually a new bike to the stable here, to the shed, to the collection of bikes that we've got. I'm actually getting rid of the Chase Edge Expert XL. So my daughter has been on a tear recently of just biking, growing as kids do, and it's been really exciting to watch and see and just participate in. You've seen her in a couple of videos. Sometimes you don't see her, but she's the one that's actually filming me talking, so shout out to her for being a camera girl and helping out. But she's outgrown the Expert XL, but in the last, I'd say 4 weeks, I've really seen her skill level take off. She's been much more comfortable riding. Maybe you saw her in the video of the kids jumping, and she was learning how to jump, and she's still working on that. There's so much growth to happen. I try to remind my kids, like, I didn't even start racing on a bike and riding competitively until I was like 15 years old. So they are well under that age. And so it's cool just to see them having fun on their bikes and pushing themselves. Anytime you're on a bike, you're learning skills, you're learning how to, I was telling somebody yesterday, it's almost like a new language. Like you're trying to think about pedaling and where do you keep your arm placement and your butt placement and center of gravity, and do I pick the wheel up, and all of these things, all while trying to go really fast around a track with other people, not run into anybody and not wreck. So there's all of these things that are happening up in your brain, and it's really fun to see kids progress, and especially when they hit that one shot where they're like, wow, you can see the progression from video to video or from race to race. It's just really, really exciting to me. So like I said, she's been growing a lot recently. She's been running a Chase Edge Expert XL, which has been a great bike. We found it on Marketplace a couple years back. She started racing on it, she's ridden it, and now she's outgrown it. And so we just picked up this Redline Proline. So I want to talk about this bike because even yesterday in this footage, we're going to watch some of her laps from yesterday, and she's out there as a novice, so she's 13 novice, but she's out there with the boys that are also 13 novice, and she had so much fun beating the boys, taking it to the boys, and it's hard. It's hard because she is not the biggest person out there on the track. She is not the strongest person out there on the track. She has to be smart, but she rode some amazing laps, some great laps, got into the main, and had a well-earned 4th place in the main at her very first state qualifier race. I'm gonna flip this camera around. Let's take a look at this bike because it's a great tool for her on the next level of her journey for riding BMX. Redline Proline, I haven't looked up the year of what it is, but it's an aluminum frame. It's kind of your same standard design that's been out. It's got great welds on it. The bike is in good shape. It's got some nice dropouts back here with the factory Redline chain tensioners. But if we start at the top, we've got some chromoly handlebars. We've got some chromoly forks. We do have a Stay Strong stem put on this thing. It's a 53 millimeter stem, which gives just a little extra breathing room. Got the ODI Vans grips. It's got a Pro Max brake lever on it. Factory wheels, the hubs are just factory. It does have Sun Array rims, which is a nice little change. They've been relaced at some point. You got a nice cushiony Stay Strong seat. The cranks have been upgraded, so this has a nice 2-piece crank arm on it. It's very similar to what I've got on my Mongoose Title Elite bikes, and it's just an off-brand 2-piece crank. They've got some aftermarket pedals on here too with some sealed bearings and some good traction for those shoes. You got some Tioga Power Block tires. Also, the bright red 44 tooth JW sprocket. So overall, this bike is set up really nice. It's a pro size, which is that next step up from the Expert XL that she's been running. Anyway, the bike rides great. It's the same gearing she was running, and it actually weighs in at the exact same weight as that Chase Expert XL. So for her to jump on this bike, she rode it around the neighborhood for maybe about 10 minutes. She took 2 laps on the track. She came back to me. She said, "Daddy, I'm racing this bike today." I said, "Great." So let's see this bike in action. Let's see her ripping it up on the track yesterday at the state race. Here we go. Let's get it.
right now like I'm begging to Taylor run at point. Oh, giving up all kinds of positions. Taylor showed no mercy, and she's at the back of the... Go. 13 Navis up on the hill.
Yeah!
Gotta be the
Let's go! Oh, well, it's always cool to be able to brag on your kids a little bit and just kind of show off the growth that they're having, that progression that they're doing, and it's super fun to be involved in it. And you're training, you're kind of coaching, you're encouraging, you're doing all those things, and to see things start to progress and start to click is just fun. Well, listen, if you're helping coach kids or other folks that you know, tell me about it down in the comments section. I'd love to hear what you're doing. What are some of the things that you're working on with them to get better at? It's always fun to share in the community and see what we can help other people do to get better and have more fun on their bikes. But thanks for watching this one. Make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.